Oh, let's break it down!
What's up, gamers? You interrupted the intro. What's up, gamers? And welcome to the Let's Break It Down podcast. It's our first episode, and we're bad at this, so it's gonna be not that great, but hopefully you enjoy. Why don't we get Striker to start us off with our first question?
Yo, we might actually be trending.
Oh, probably. We probably are trending. Number one on trending. More viewers than Ninja.
What's up, guys? I'm Striker, and today we'll be talking about...
What's up, guys? I'm Striker.
Is there a problem? Shut up.
Bruh! Okay, yeah,
Taking
no,
it seriously.
continue.
Alright, so... today we'll talk about video games. Different kinds of video games, and how video games relate to each other.
Starting with
First question
Overwatch,
is-
right?
First question is... Who do you think...
Come on, you got this, you got
Who do you
this.
think is the most unbalanced hero in Overwatch, and why?
Okay, who wants to start?
Sam,
Wait, no.
Why don't we let the player with the least amount of hours start? Alright,
Yo, shut up.
alright,
Sam, take it serious.
alright, Cloud9. Why don't
I
you,
mean, you just call me Sam, but alright.
why don't you take it away?
I mean, like, in my opinion, from not really having that big of a brain, I think the most dummy hero to play has to be Doomfist.
But it's not brain dead, just like overpowered, like unbalanced.
What's so funny?
Be
Andrew?
natural. Just be natural. Y'all
I'm just
suck.
trying to let him speak. Let Sam speak.
Yeah.
Until he's unfinished, alright?
I mean, like,
It's your fucking turn.
wait, I posted something on Snapchat.
Oh, I'm Snapchatting in the middle of live on my
We're so
podcast. Check
bad
out
at this. We're so bad at
Cloud9,
this.
Cloud9 on Twitch.
Yeah, it's just,
I promise it'll be worth your
Let me repeat the
time.
fucking question because you guys don't know how to fucking understand. Alright, ready? Who do you think is the most unbalanced hero in Overwatch and why?
Okay, so since Sam doesn't want to answer, I'll say I think it's Sombra.
Sombra, now why?
Sombra, because she can literally just take away.
You don't need to say why. Just
Let
You
him
do need to
fucking-
say why.
Yeah.
Because
speak.
she's so stupid, she can literally take away your abilities. Like for some characters, like let's say I'm playing Lucio, right? And my entire like character revolves around just my passive healing. Her ultimate, or her left shift, or whatever key you have it binded to, just completely gets rid of all my healing, and it does that for most healers. And for
Well-
a lot of characters, especially the ones that aren't necessarily DPS, like they're even some DPS, their entire meta revolves around their abilities, and that the fact that Sombra can just shut it down is kind of stupid. And she can stay invisible literally forever. She can teleport to anywhere on the map. Her ultimate hacks literally everyone, so no one, if she spaces it right, no one on the enemy team can use any abilities, which is like a free cap. So
Well, I just want to say that I made my keybind for Sombra. Her Q is actually spacebar.
No one gives a fuck.
okay, is that why you think she's unbalanced? Because you made her Q, her spacebar?
No, it's just the fact that, like, think about this. You have to understand that Sombra's a very unique character. Her weapon does no damage at all.
That is
Like,
not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
She has higher DPS than like Winston if she hits all her shots.
Let me look at this.
Shut up. So do you think Sombra's unbalanced, or? Oh, why, yes, I do think Sombra is unbalanced.
Talking to me? Like, what are you talking?
It's just literally act
Sam,
normal.
who do you think is the most unbalanced in the game?
Honestly, I don't think Ashe is doo-doo, in my opinion. I
Ashe
don't
is
think
bad, her ultimate's busted.
Yeah. Like, I think most,
Like, if you nano,
Pharah-
like, nano bomb
Pharah
is
is
stupid.
Pharah is easily counted, sorry.
By hit scans, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, McCree.
If you're a good
But
farmer
Craig got
and
a
you're on like
super big
Grandmaster,
bomb.
dude, and no one can like, if they can't locate you, if you're a Pharah, you're fucking destroying anything. Dude.
Well,
Easy.
yeah, if
Well-
you want to play Pharah against an enemy's hit scan, first off, you don't, but if you have to, it's like you gotta keep your movement unpredictable, which is hard to do, especially with how floaty and weird her movement is in the air. So it takes like a really good player to accurately get Pharah's movement down. So although she is like, she has a low skill cap, but a low skill floor, but a high skill ceiling. So she's easy to
Yeah.
pick up, but hard to master.
I think
So-
like pretty not brained, but like overpowered. I mean, I'm looking at some of Sombra's stats right now. I'm like, they're not.
I
looking
don't even think her stats are what's busted. I think just like that she can shut people down is what's like really unbalanced.
Yeah, like if you're a Hammond like me,
Yeah, what are you
and
supposed to
and
do?
you-
Roll
you-
around
you
and
can't-
use
if you're like a
like use your
you
crappy
rely on
primary
your
fire,
movement, right?
and also if you hack someone right, like or use your ult, your enemy can't like use their ult, so it can stop pushes.
Yeah, I agree. But like, I feel like if you're just a Hammond or Tracer, like you rely on your movement like that, you're fucked if you get hacked because you can't do anything. Literally, you
Yeah,
just
Tracer's got 150 health. She relies on blinking and recalling to do pretty much everything.
Torb right now is pretty busted. He's turret.
Torb sucks.
No, Torb's turret in low ranks is super busted.
Yes, but we're talking about who has the potential to be the most overpowered character.
The most overpowered, they're probably Sombra. But if we're talking about low ranks, I'm either.
But we're
gonna
not talking
say-
about low ranks. We're talking about in general. Like
in general?
Ryan is broke. Ryan is really good because you pretty much need to have him.
And I
if you're
think
playing
Zarya
with a-
is nice. Zarya's not busted, but she has. Like,
Zarya's really good. You're gonna see like
Baptiste is pretty busted, except that his-
Baptiste is not that. Baptiste has good
it's
abilities.
It's only his immortality field that's kind of
Like
pretty-
immortality field's really good. If your team is good, then his ult is good. But if you're just like his primary fire is pretty bad. His healing is mediocre at best.
Alright, wait.
What's the most busted ult?
It's Bob.
Yeah,
Bob or
Nano
something.
Bob. Nano
I
Bob.
don't think.
No, Nano
no.
Boost.
Only-
Nano Boost
only
is the
one
best
ult.
ult.
Only one
Nano
ult.
Boost. Nano Boost.
No,
No, I mean, no way, dude. We're talking about. I think.
no, but okay. Let's say
It's either
let's
Bob
say
or Nano Boost, but Nano Boost can literally like make someone a god.
Reaper's ult is pretty good.
Nah,
I think
Reaper's ult's not that great. Genji's ult is good. Genji's ult's really good.
Well, you have to be good with it.
Oh yeah, Graviton. I'd say
Graviton's
That's the only
overpowered
reason.
nowadays.
That's the only reason why people play Zarya is for Graviton.
Yeah.
that's true.
And for bubbles and energy and a lot of damage. That's not just
That's
Bob, it's
true.
not just Graviton.
Okay, so
I mean,
who do
like-
you think is the most
Also-
unbalanced striker?
I think. Oh, wait, what's the worst ult? Junkrat's tire,
No,
No,
it has
no.
some.
It's
It
so
has some use. No, so
but it's so easy.
if you want to get really technical, Baby Diva's ult is probably the worst. Like just getting back in her mech. But
all right, buddy. Diva's
Who-
ult is pretty garbage. It's easily
Who?
countable. Diva's ult is garbage.
nah.
Orissa's shield can stop it.
Orissa's
Another-
ult is not that great.
Yeah, hers like the worst ult of these. Seriously, this is can't do shit. Not
I
good.
don't know, man.
I'm trying to think of who sucks. Winston's
Widow's
ult is bad.
good.
Winston's
Yeah.
ult was good.
No,
for
Winston's ult is not good.
Winston's
no,
ult is horrible.
Winston's ult is
taking on
good
point
for
is so good.
taking. Yeah, Winston's ult is good for taking point, but that's it.
Yeah, but you have to really know how to use Winston's ult.
Moira's ult's pretty bad.
And
it's really
it
difficult.
really depends. It's good on some maps where it's like really narrow, like the points, but on maps where it's like a big open area, like Hanamura or like not the city one. The city one's good for Moira ult, Nubani, but like maps like Hanamura and Junkertown are bad for Moira's ult because of their openness, and she has to like her ult is
And
really
she has to
thick.
like go in close corners, stick up people, or do healing.
Okay, so Striker, who do you think is the most unbalanced hero and why?
For me, I honestly think Bastion, like especially in like.
Sucks. Oh my god, Bastion I think is
you
the
fucking speak. Oh my god, you guys are. Bad.
okay. I think Bastion is the worst in the game.
Or maybe not Bastion.
No. Bastion's not the worst.
At
He-
top level, I think Bastion's the worst.
Bastion. If there's an Orisa on the team, I think Bastion could be pretty good.
It
Yeah,
depends on the
Orisa-
comp, and it
Orisa-
depends on how good your opponent is at countering Bastion. Because if your
And
opponent
Orisa-
doesn't know how to counter Bastion, and you have like an Orisa or a Rhine that knows how to set
Oh,
up
here, I
on
know. Reaper is very. But I mean, let me.
Reaper is
I'm
good. I think that he has some Like
his life. No, listen. His lifesteal bust. I'm sorry. His lifesteal buff was so like, dude, you could literally take your life.
it really reminds me of Reaper when the game came out.
Wait,
Like, when he had-
lifesteal bust.
No, yeah, no.
Buff?
He buffed.
No, when
He buffed,
Reaper when the game first came out, Reaper, like whenever he killed people,
the
these
game first came
orbs,
out.
these orbs would appear on the ground that you could collect, and
Yeah,
they were
and
really
you can,
good.
like, get healing
Bro,
from-
Symmetra was super busted. Oh, what's going on with my computer right now?
Sim is fine. I don't think she's
No,
good.
no, no. Symmetra was busted in the old, like.
I
old-
think Symmetra's in a good place right now. I think she sucks, but
someone.
I-
The dude I sit next to in science class, he's a GM or used to be a grandmaster.
Grandmaster.
And he played when the game first came out.
I know
and-
2 top 500s.
Nice. No,
But-
like he told me that Sim's like primary attack was like an Inferno Tower in Clash Royale, where like it builds up damage over time and then basically one shots after 3
Oh,
seconds.
that was overpowered, dude.
And
Which
then
one was
also-
that? Which one was that?
No, when Sim could
Apparently-
lock on, when Sim could lock on to.
Yeah.
Oh,
he, like,
Sim's lock-on was busted. But
Yeah,
Sim's old ult, like shield generator and teleporter, how she should choose between, that was really good. But her new ult
Guys-
is good too, for like
guys,
stopping
I'm gonna play
pushes on some
Kizzy
points.
right now.
Kiz what?
I'm gonna play Kizzy while we're doing this.
No, because then I would have to mute. No.
Well, I can hear your goddamn controller.
How about
Okay,
we
you
go
know what?
to the
Fine,
next-
fine,
how about we
fine.
go to the next question, alright?
Alright.
Okay, so what's the next question?
I just want to say this real quick. Why did the volume just... Okay, I think that they need to add, like, the pump back.
We're not
Fortnite.
talking about that.
We're not talking about Fortnite right now. We'll get to it.
Alright,
Guys,
buddy.
next question is, who do you main and how good do you think they are?
All right.
I mean, you're a Hammond or a Genji man.
Yeah, but that's. Can you wait till I? Oh, you don't see me.
All right. So I'm a Zenyatta main.
You are?
I am.
You're gonna switch up.
I've been
in, like,
playing
2
Diva
fucking
a
days.
lot, so I might be. I like Zen. Zen's fun. I think Zen's in a good place. I think he's mid tier. If we were to put it on a tier list, I think he's mid tier, but closer to high tier than low tier. He's got good functions. His Harmony Orb is good. His Discord Orb in Tangent with some like DPS is good for taking
His
down
healing
tanks.
is godly.
His ultimate is really good for pushes,
Well, it's
and-
the same as Lucio's.
but a lot better. Lucio's gives movement speed, right?
Yeah, well,
And no, it gives movement speed and it gives a ton of shield.
no,
Like,
yeah.
it literally gives no movement speed. It just gives you a ton of shield. No movement speed at all.
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah, I
that-
think Zen's in a good place. I think that maybe his Harmony Orb could heal a bit more, and his accuracy with if he charges all of his orbs at once could be like, a
Doesn't he
little
have
better.
a with it or no?
Nah,
So
they
why are
kind
you
of go.
showing you playing a game?
Are you watching my stream?
Okay, shut up. Okay,
I
now
think okay.
who do you think? Who do you main, and who do you think is? Where do
mean,
you
like,
think they are?
For me, I think I mean I don't really know, man. I got 40 hours in the game, so I'm not that good. But so far, from what I can tell, I just mean like people that I can have good accuracy with. Like,
Widow.
I mean, I don't really play Widow that much.
I
because
think
can't
you
get,
have the
like-
most time on Widow, and I've seen you play Widow.
Nah,
the
I got most time on Junkrat. I like Junkrat a lot.
Okay,
like a
then
lot.
Where do you think
mean-
Junkrat is? I think Junkrat's bad, but what like?
I mean,
low?
depends how good the Junkrat is.
I think at top level Junkrat can be played around, but if you're good at using Junkrat and like placing his grenades right, then on certain maps like the one map where you can, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
talking about, where you can shoot over
the-
the wall.
Well, the grenades.
It's
Are you
good.
talking about like the ones he
Primary
shoots or the
fire,
ones
primary
he throws
fire,
out?
primary fire.
Primary fire? Well, like, primary fire is a little... Like, if we're talking about the grenades
It's his
he
best
throws,
kit. It's his best kit. It's his best move
no,
in his kit.
These are the splash damage. And, like,
Well, it's good for zoning too.
it's good for controlling points as well. But
What do
also,
you think about Junkrat, Striker?
Oh, I think Junkrat. He doesn't do that good in like really in like great GM or top 100 because he's easily countered by like a Pharah because he can't shoot up and kill a Pharah because he's not his skin. But like,
I've killed many Fars as Junkrat. Go
Well,
on.
you play.
Usually-
well, you.
usually-
Well,
Yeah,
I
well,
play bronze and silver, so...
it was like a
and,
level
like-
3 far.
And I feel like Junkrat has like he can crowd control really well, but he just can't like.
It depends on the comp. It really depends on the comp.
If you're just shooting random ass grenades, you're not gonna get anything done. You just like know what you're doing, kind of. You know?
I mean, like for me, like I said, I main primarily 4 people. I main Lucio, Lucio, May.
Never Lucio.
Junkrat.
Oh yeah, you probably main May. I've seen you play May the most.
I play May, Junkrat, Lucio.
I've never
and
seen you play Lucio.
Symmetra. I play Symmetra a
You
lot.
no, I never play Symmetra.
I
Okay.
want to go check my stats. I play Lucio and Symmetra a lot.
Besides the point.
Wanna go check my stats?
You're so-
Okay, Striker, you main Hammond, right?
Yeah, so here's why I think Hammond is good.
Like how good? Like top
Other than the
tier
fact
or
that you
high
have,
tier?
like, 40 hours on Hammond.
Shut up, let me speak. So, wait, what was the question?
Top
Oh,
tier,
yeah, so
like how good? Top tier, high tier?
I feel like
I mean, Hammond's an optic.
Hammond's his ult is like great for controlling.
His
the point,
ultimate,
like-
I think, is one of the best.
Listen,
I've seen Striker pull off some crazy things with Hammond's ult.
yeah, I mean, like, if you can get on a point and use your ult,
The thing with Hammond is, early game, he's so good. Because he can
Yeah.
get to the point, like, immediately.
Uh-huh,
Even
yeah,
before,
and
like,
that's what I'm saying,
Lucio. And, like, if
This-
you have to be, Hammond has, like, one of the highest skill
Another
caps in
thing
the
is, you
game.
can like just you can go in the backline, you can just stir them while and then team comes in and pushes, and then you got like an easy cap at the point. But I feel like if you can't, if you're not coordinating with your team, then Hammond's like no good at all. Like,
Well, Hammond revolves around walls. So on maps, like, again, with, like, Junkertown with very
I feel
little...
like Blizzard World's a great map for him because there's so many freaking walls.
I know, but like maps with little walls for him to move around on are not good.
Mhm.
Like the final point on Blizzard World is like in a cave where it's like
Yeah, yeah,
perfectly sized for Hammond's ult.
Yeah, and he can
And-
grapple onto so many things. He can grapple. And
So
you can
Hammond's
use
good on
your
that
power
stage
gem.
for sure, but overall, I think Hammond's high tier. I think he has the potential to be top tier. I think he has potential to be really good if you like figure out some cool tricks with his movement and just polish
Yeah,
it
if
really
you just know
well.
how to, if you have good spatial awareness and you move around, then you can easily get hikers with Hammond. Like, I'm just saying, I mean, it's all can be great for like capturing points and then pushing enemies off and searching the area so you can get on and start killing them. You know, like, and that's how Hammond works. You don't do anything else. You just
Hammond's
have to-
more of a zoner tank. He's not really a tank
Yeah.
tank, but he's kind of just like
He's like a
he
mid-
likes to disturb the peace.
Yeah,
He likes to make the enemy in
It's
shambles.
kind of ironic because he's a fucking hamster and they're so cute. You know?
Yeah, dude. Have you seen that picture where like Widowmaker, Mercy, and May are like rubbing their tits on Hammond? Pretty
Oh,
funny.
you know what?
okay, buddy.
Okay, next question, next question.
Alright, next question is: which game takes more skill, Overwatch, Fortnite, or CS:GO? This is a
Oh.
very
Alright, I'd say CS, honestly. I'd say
Yeah,
CS.
Yeah,
I
no.
have to go CS.
CS or Fortnite. Cause like build aim in CS is tricky, like cool flicks with ops and like knife parkour and whatever you're trying to do. CS is really technically skilled for what you want to do,
Yeah,
but
like, CS
overall
has so
you're
many
mostly doing the same thing over and over again. But
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite, you gotta do different builds for different situations. You gotta manage your bloom, which is like, I think all three of them are high skill games. But
Mm-hmm.
the skill kind of evens out as you go along. Like at low level, Fortnite is like the least skilled, or Overwatch is probably the least skilled, or CS:GO. I don't know. They're all really bad at low level, but at mid level, I'd say it probably goes to Overwatch because there's a good amount of communication with your team. You gotta manage your abilities and your ultimate.
If you're in high ranks, I feel like you're in global CS:GO, dude.
I think I should say this because I have the most hours in CS:GO, but just the fact that CS:GO takes a lot of like knowledge, and not only the fact that you
CS
need to
is
know
kind
how-
of like too gimmicky for my tastes.
I
but-
love
I don't really
CS.
like. I don't like CS because like it's just really kind of like there's nothing to really do except for like shoot people.
What
Which
do
is
you
not
mean?
bad. I'm not saying it's a bad game.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
no.
it's not
Okay,
bad.
look, that's at our
Alright.
level. At really top level, CS is really like it's
My
complicated.
cousin-
Like if you want to
my
compare like Shroud to Tfue, I'd say Tfue probably overall has more technical skill just because of
Yeah.
the way his fingers move when he's building and whatnot. But if
Way
you
his
wanna
feet.
if you wanna compare the CS:GO community to the Fortnite community as a whole, CS:GO is a lot more skill. Like Fortnite is very like in the competitive setting, Fortnite takes skill. but not really anymore.
No,
Because like it's
Fortnite-
just
Fortnite
boxing.
competitive is
It's just
garbage.
boxing.
You fucking
It's
box
boxing,
up, listen,
and you
box up,
use
you box
ballers, and it's really awful, you know. And then the rest of the Fortnite community is children. So
Okay, look.
You can't
look,
play the game.
The thing is,
I'd say Overwatch overall, if I'm being completely honest.
Fortnite has the biggest skill gap.
Yeah,
like-
but Fortnite also. I don't think Fortnite requires. I think Fortnite
What?
is. If I had to rank them between most skill to least skill, I'd say Overwatch, and then barely ahead of CS:GO, and then a pretty decent margin, and then Fortnite. I just don't think Fortnite has like the raw technical components that CS:GO and
Okay.
Overwatch do that require
we're-
like precise movement and whatnot.
Okay, if we're talking about like,
I mean, they all take different skill to achieve high ranks. And also, like, they all take different.
They all
kinds
take
of
skill, of course, but if you're trying to compare the raw technical skill of someone like who's a good Overwatch player, like Seagull, to someone
XQC.
XQC, to someone like Prophet. You remember Prophet? I mean,
Prophet's a god at what
I'm
it is.
Prophet, but there's like a Korean Prophet who's
Yeah.
really good. And like,
Yeah,
if you want to
he's
compare
really
his
good.
raw technical prowess to someone like
What about
I don't know,
Pine?
Ninja,
I mean,
it's
Pine's
not
actually
even
good,
comparable. Like, Ninja doesn't stack up. Like, yeah, he's a epic gamer, but he
No.
doesn't, like, stack up to, like, someone who's got so much control over their character and such precise movement with their abilities.
Okay, I just want to say this real quick. Each game is each game is like really unique from the others. CS:GO, you need to know how to control your bloom with every gun, and you need to know different grenade spots. With Fortnite, you need to have a lot of game sense to know like challenge people, not to challenge people. You need to know like building every new technique that comes out in Fortnite. You need to know to stay up with the game, because if you fall back in Fortnite, the meta changes every week.
Yeah,
Like,
because Fortnite is always adding constant new items that break the game, like fucking the baller, dude. No one likes the baller.
No, but then
actually.
think about.
And then when
I
they
feel like
remove siphon settings, it's like
the most balanced game right now out of those three, I
Probably
would
CS.
say is
I'd say CS.
Yes, it's definitely.
it's CS, because there's nothing really that special about it.
They
I mean,
nerfed the scoped ARs, right? Or they nerfed the really
In what?
broken weapon, the scars.
So auto sniper.
Yeah, the semi-autos.
auto snipers are OP, just nobody uses them.
Because CS:GO actually has respect for the game's welfare.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, like Overwatch, I feel like it's good, but I just feel like the fact that you can easily, like, I would say it's easy to learn.
I don't
new
like how the
heroes.
comp system works in Overwatch.
Yeah, I hate that. That's
yeah.
me. That's our next question, I think.
Like if I do my first 10 placement matches, the moment when I hit level 25, I'm gonna place bronze. Everyone's gonna place bronze. But if I place bronze and then I wait till I'm level 400 and I carry my team through bronze, I'm only gonna place like high bronze. It's not gonna change much based off how well I do against other bronzes. It's not about the placements. It's about the climb, which is too grindy and like too like boring.
just unless
for-
you're like really good, unless you're like
My
improving
taste,
a lot, you
like-
can't get out of it. You can learn
It's really hard to climb in placements. Almost impossible.
Understandable, but like, I just feel like Fortnite non-competitive. I feel like Fortnite is not meant to be a competitive game at all.
Oh, definitely
Fortnite
not.
has to be casual.
But Fortnite as a game itself, I really enjoy the mechanics. Like, creative is fun.
Yeah, I love creating.
The things that people do in creative is fun.
I think
The
that the-
premise of Fortnite is
Yeah.
fun. We had a great
The
game
community is
earlier.
fun.
Or I had a great... No, the community is
Bruh.
awful.
You're
Fortnite
joking.
overall has the worst community out of the three. If I had to rank it, I'd say CS community is the best. By far. They're just a bunch of dudes goofing off. It's fun. Overwatch community is sometimes toxic. A lot of times
We were
toxic.
very toxic. What do you mean?
But there are some good people on there, you know. At lower ranks, it's not bad.
Dude,
no,
the
lower-
Lawrence is one of the most toxic people.
No, lower ranks is where the people are like, oh, well, we suck. Or at least from
No,
the games
it's not
I
like
played, I've never experienced a horribly
I would say
toxic...
gold. I would say gold.
In
is
gold,
most toxic.
yeah, in gold, I experienced like toxic.
Yeah, I'd say gold and plat. I'd say plat is the most toxic. Because plat players are always just trying to climb out of plat. They think themselves as above the rest, like above average, but they want to be even better. And so they're just I don't know. I don't like higher ranks in Overwatch community, but like when you get to Grandmaster or Overwatch League, it's fine. It's just like people are so good they don't really care what happens. They just want to improve.
Yeah.
But that's like the same for new players. Bronze players don't really care how they do. They just want to improve.
Just want to play the game, yeah. Or in, like, I don't know.
And in Fortnite, or I've never experienced a really toxic teammate in Overwatch. Mostly that's because I'm a low rank. But,
Overwatch. I was about to say, if you've never experienced a toxic
but
player
in Fortnite, almost every single one of like if you
Is
queue
toxic.
random, it's so toxic. Not even like toxic per se. It's just awful. Like it's either you get a kid with an awful mic that doesn't know how to play the game, or you get someone that jeopardizes your entire game by doing something stupid, or just someone that yells at you for being a prick, or even when you're not, and they're like, "Oh my God, you dropped Dusty when we went Diner and you went Divot." What a fucking stupid retard that should get fucking wiped across the face of the fucking planet because they're a pollution to society.
As someone who plays more Fortnite than both of you, it's not that like
Keep trying to defend Fortnite.
Find the Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I just want to say that it's not that big of an issue.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, but do you think Fortnite has the most toxic community?
Yeah, obviously, it's goddamn Fortnite.
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Alright. Next question is...
Last question was which game requires more skill, for reference.
What is your favorite game of all time and why?
Alright,
Of all
I'm gonna start
time,
off.
You're gonna
Persona,
say Super Smash Bros.
Persona 5 for the PS4. Great story, great character development, gameplay is fun. I made the mistake of playing it on a really low difficulty, so I didn't get the full intensity of the gameplay. But the way the characters develop and the way the story moves along, it's just phenomenal. And if you haven't played it and you're a fan of a game that will actually make you like cry because of the fact that it's over, not the fact that the ending is sad, but the fact that it's over and you won't get to play it anymore, play that game. Close runners-up are Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and like one of the OG Pokemon games, like Pokemon White. I love Pokemon White. Not OG per se, but for me it's OG. And what about you, Sam?
I mean, for me, it's like I feel like OG Fortnite was a lot of fun.
OG Fortnite was fun. I think Season 4 was really good.
Season 4 was definitely the best season by far. No doubts about it.
Season 4
No
of
season-
Fortnite. I didn't get to play much Season 4, but I managed to play some Season 5. I don't know. I like the new meta, to be frank. Not the new meta.
This
I love
meta?
the combat shotgun. I really like the combat shotgun.
I feel like they should have kept the pump.
I don't know. I think they should have kept the pump but added the combat shotgun as an
Bro,
alternative. I think they should have removed the tac and added the combat shotgun.
Yeah,
But I love the combat shotgun. It's one of my favorite guns in the game.
I feel like you should have an option.
I feel like Fortnite's been getting progressively worse, as does everybody.
It's been less like low time.
But I think they're making a good decisions.
Siphon garbage decision.
I think the combat shotgun's a good gun. I think the tactical AR is fun.
No,
I know they had to unvolt the drum gun. I think that they should have different weapons available in the competitive playlist than they should in the casual playlist. That's what would really like make
Turn
the
me
game
on.
a lot better.
I think the guns they've been adding lately have been phenomenal. I think what they've been doing lately with the game has been great. I just want
The
them
new
to add
alternate
that.
modes have been fun. The challenges have been fun. It's just like, I don't know, OG Fortnite, just like running around double pumping, having like a good time with your mates. Like, the best time for Fortnite was when Playground had just come out. Cause you were like, you were in awe.
Because you get to like mess around with your friends. And
But
then
like,
get...
but now you take it for granted. You're like, ew, Playground we have created. But when Playground first came out, me and my friends spent like 6 hours straight just doing whatever we wanted to. Cause it was so much fun just doing
That's
whatever you
actually
wanted
how
to.
I met Vince through fucking creative.
No.
No, I met you through Andrew. What we were
Yeah,
playing
cause
creative. one
I
day.
thought you were a fucking stupid bitch. Your name was Fuji.
It was
And
My
then-
name was Fuji Water.
No, and then
Oh my god, this guy's a fucking retard. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. All right.
No, playing Lucio Ball.
So is OG Fortnite your favorite game?
No, OG Fortnite is up there. My favorite game would have to be a game like my favorite game would either have to be Minecraft because I've spent so much
Oh
time
my god,
playing it.
Minecraft is up there, to be honest.
Minecraft or Wizard 101.
Wizard
I
101
spent-
is godlike, dude.
I spent 6 years of my life playing Wizard 101, maxing out 7 characters.
I mean, that's like every kid that played video games in the 2010s.
I
Minecraft,
love
Minecraft, Mario Kart,
Minecraft and Wizard 101.
Minecraft, Wizard 101, Mario Kart,
I wasn't a big Wii fan. Sorry.
DS. I played DS so much.
I love DS as a kid. I played Pokemon every day.
I played Pokemon more than you.
No, shut up. I played fucking.
Okay,
Pokemon
can you name
Platinum.
every Pokemon and their level up or Lawrence set?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I was like fucking.
Pokemon
5.
Platinum.
What
Pokemon
was
Platinum. Okay, Pokemon Platinum for the Nintendo DS came out in 2007 for Japan, 2008 for the United States.
I had over. I had over
Starters
2,000
are
Pokemon.
Chimchar, Turtwig, and Piplup, who evolve at level.
I'd sweat.
Okay, fine. Whatever. But what I'm just trying to say is, I don't know. Video games as a whole make up like a majority of my childhood. Video games and
Yeah.
like hanging
Yes,
out with my
sir.
friends. You know?
Bro, I fucking miss being little where I could just like play video games. Like,
Okay,
be
look.
better-
So
be better
I'm not about
nowadays.
to dox the school, but the middle school that you go to right now, that we went to, is
Should we-
so awful. It's
Yeah.
just so garbage.
They say it's
Especially
one of the
compared
best.
to. It's fuck. I doxed it.
Yeah, nice job,
You
retard.
know what? I'll censor it in post. But it's so much fun, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I love.
Isn't
it.
high school like a million times better than middle school?
Yeah,
Well, obviously.
Like I hated middle school, but I actually enjoy going to high school. Like I
Yeah.
never thought I would enjoy going to school, but I enjoy going to high school.
But you don't even go to school. What do you
Come on,
mean?
ref.
I go to school enough. Okay, and what about you, Striker? What do you think is your
I
favorite?
honestly think it's a hard choice because when I was little, I played a lot of Pokemon. Kirby on my DS, right?
Kirby?
It's
Which
really
Kirby?
fun.
Was it
Oh, I
3DS
played a lot
Kirby
of
or
San
DS Kirby?
Andreas when I was little too.
Anyway, I love
GTA.
DS
When you were
Kirby.
little, you played San Andreas.
Yeah, my brother had it. I just played when he wasn't looking.
Oh, I was on your Insta and I saw your brother. You posted at your graduation and you tagged your brother. So now I have his Insta.
Oh, I mean
I-
it's private, so you probably won't add you.
I don't know. It's like baby something. Baby. I know what it is. It's.
Baby Jiff. Wait, no.
Shut
No,
up.
that's not it. Anyway, but like nice DDoS.
Nice DDoS. You know DDoS is shutting down their Wi-Fi, right?
Oh,
It's doxing.
Bro.
Yeah, nice job shutting down my brother's in Florida's Wi-Fi.
that's not the one in Florida, but alright.
I know
This
Martin's
was-
the one in Florida. Jivko's the one that lives near here,
Yeah.
relatively.
In fucking Bulgaria. Hold on, one second.
Okay, so what is your favorite game?
Mine, I don't know. Any Nintendo game, really. I just love playing.
I grew up with
Okay.
Nintendo.
I feel like
I know a lot of
nowadays-
people grew up with Xbox or PlayStation, but I grew up with Nintendo DS.
Yeah, these
Bro,
fucking kids these days.
what is going on with my fucking? Why am I getting 7 frames?
Doesn't matter. So yeah, what's the next question?
One sec.
What the fuck?
Okay, what is the next question?
I'm fucking busy.
Fuck, why am I getting 3 frames?
Okay, I'll do the next question.
No,
um,
okay, wait. I just want to say something real quick.
What
In
is
my
one
opinion-
thing? Okay, fine. Keep going. Say it.
In my opinion, I miss the old day of games where like games weren't sweaty and like you could actually have fun as a
Well,
kid playing
it's
video
inevitable because of the rise of esports. Everyone wants to get paid to play their favorite video game. Would you
No.
get paid? Would you deny getting paid to play your favorite video game professionally?
No, but
of
think
course you
about
wouldn't.
this, like-
But like, with the rise of esports, it's gonna get
Yeah,
sweatier.
that's- that makes
It's,
it
it's
great.
inevitable
Yeah,
that
it's
it's gonna
great
get
point. It's like
sweatier,
people-
sweatier as more people want to get better to be on an esports team.
Yeah, exactly. I totally.
And
No,
that's
but
why the
y'all-
Fortnite World Cup is so big, because people get paid millions. Ninja gets paid millions of dollars a month just to play Fortnite. And of course, he's not in his prime anymore. He doesn't get 100,000 views. He on average is like 40 to 50,000, which is still better than most people on Twitch, which is still like hundreds of $1,000s a month. And everyone, would you be in Ninja's position right now?
Obviously. Who wouldn't want to
Obviously.
be? He's a.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah, he's
but-
huge.
It's like, yeah, you can't really stop sweatiness with the rise of esports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of
I mean,
course,
he-
I wish that it could be theoretically stopped with like
Well,
a
but think
split,
about this.
a
Was there really
split between
competition
a
when you were
split.
little when you played goddamn Pokemon Sun and Moon?
no.
That was like
Yeah,
two.
he-
Maybe you were little
I-
with Sun and Moon.
No, Sun and Moon was 6th grade. I remember. It was in 6th grade because I remember going to Best Buy and buying it.
Yeah, Sun and Moon was 7th for me, but I hate
Alright,
it.
next-
Sun and Moon were bad, honestly.
Next question is Alright,
What
should I
is
say
one
it?
thing you would change about Fortnite, right?
Yeah, that's it. You say
Okay,
it, since you're
So
saying
what
it.
I change about Fortnite, bring
Siphon.
back Double Pump.
I'd say bring back Siphon.
Bring back
I really do.
Siphon. If one primarily thing, bring back Siphon. But actually,
Yeah.
no. Separate the items for competitive and casual playlist. Make competitive more competitive and make casual more casual. You know what I mean? There should be a bigger divide between the two. There should be a way where you can do competitive but without arena, or the way that you could be casual without being in the competitive, somewhat competitive setting, right? Like there are people that only play the arena, but then they're jeopardizing their place in the World Cup because of the 20-minute queue times that no one likes. And then people do solos and get 20 bombs, and then they get mad because they die to some player who doesn't know how to play the game. They really just need to separate competitive and casual because they're trying to combine them both, which is a horrible marketing decision, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a great point.
let's look at one of the most popular esports of all time, League of Legends. League of Legends has a pretty devout non-competitive player base, but
Don't talk
it's
about
got a
League, it's gonna get
huge
triggered.
esports. It's got like a huge
he's saying
esports
good things
scene.
about us.
So because it separates, like, because of how the game it worked, there's like a solid ranked, where there's just like a solid banning system, and you can't just use cheat tactics. You know, of course, League is the most toxic video game community by far, but like, you know, from a business standpoint, it's doing well.
Obviously.
Okay,
Bro,
what
I'm
would you
playing
change?
Sombra right now, and I'm demolishing.
Okay, what would
Sorry.
you change about Fortnite, Sam?
Siphon, I just want Siphon back.
Anything more? Like, come on, go into
No.
the details.
Honestly,
Like, anything you want. Anything you want can become a reality.
Just
I would
Siphon,
really-
like,
Nude mod for Sunstrider.
Nude mod for skins.
Yeah, nude mod for Sunstrider.
Brush it. Bro, that ass.
On jaw, on jaw.
On job.
Mega job, bro.
Omega, lol. I hate people that use Twitch emotes.
I
Okay,
want-
anything that you want could come into the game, dude. Just name it. Remove. Oh, Volt the drum gun. Oh,
No, I don't
bring
really
back.
care if the drum gun's
Bring back season 1 map. Oh, bring back double pump. Remove.
Bring back Siphon. That's all I want. I don't care if the pump gets removed. I don't care if we lose the combat. I don't care if the only gun we're allowed to use are AKs. I just want Siphon, to be honest.
That makes sense. What about you, Andrew?
Alright, for me, I really want a more like how do I say it? Like a better creative base of more creative maps, and like, cause I feel like creative is just not as popular as like regular queuing. You know, like, I feel like creative should be like.
I
more-
like where creative's at. I think creative has
I
a
think
large.
creative is perfect right
I think
now.
creative
I
is
feel like- I feel
perfect
like people
right
could,
where
like,
it is.
People, no, but I feel like
Of
people
course,
just-
I think if there's one thing I would change about creative, is make every asset that was ever used in the game available to be used in creative.
Yeah, that'd be sick. But I mean, like,
And I think though, I don't think the Fortnite team puts enough effort into creative, because creative is a huge selling point.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know?
I'm trying to say. Like,
If you look at Fortnite tubers, half of their videos are, oh, this death run made me cry. Oh, we played in new fucking Dusty Depot. Oh, tiny map. Like, the things people make with it is amazing, you know? Not only playing on the maps, but building the maps, as you know, with like our old map, ST Park. It's a really fun process. But I like where creative is at. I just wish Fortnite had more involvement. That's like one thing I would wish for all games. So if your game is popular, support it. Like, Super Smash Bros. The reason that esports scene doesn't do as amazing as it could is because Nintendo even copyright strikes some of the streams that are playing it. Like, dude, you can make so much off of a competitive like Smash scene because of how already huge it is. And like that's like Overwatch. All the patch notes are just like, oh my god, Jeff Kaplan is such a fucking stupid dumbass. He's so disconnected from the community. That's something that every game could fix.
Yeah, I mean, every game has that problem. Honestly, like, there's no perfect game.
There has never been a perfect game other than Minecraft.
And they're never will.
Minecraft.
Minecraft is not a perfect game. A perfect game is a game that will always have a substantial amount of players and will never run out. You know, like Minecraft, a perfect, theoretically by definition, perfect would mean not a single person that started playing Minecraft has stopped, which is not true. but it's as close to as perfect as you can. I
As
think
you
the
can
key
get
to
it.
most games is creativity. Like, allow the players to do stuff, like, not
Yeah,
in the
it makes
game. Like,
sense.
creative mode was such a huge addition for Fortnite. Minecraft, level editors, and a lot of video games, like Geometry Dash.
Yeah, that's what I love about geometry. Like, you can make any video.
It's just like, it's always a great addition, allowing your community
Yeah,
to
it makes you
do-
feel like more.
And it's
Allowing
easy
your
because you're allowing your community to create levels for you, allowing your community to do the work for you, and they like it. You know.
Yeah, it's like it's a win-win kind of situation. You know? Like,
I feel you.
All right, next question.
next question is
I need to try to get good with Sombra. God damn.
what is one thing you would change about Overwatch and why?
Okay, for me,
Community.
the rank system. I think the rank system is awful. I think there should be a reset on how high you can go up every season. Like, if you place Grandmaster, if I place Bronze, and then I win all 10 placements next time, I should be mid-silver or low silver. I should not be bronze. Or if I place Grandmaster and I lose every single one of my placements games by a large margin because I'm dragging down the team, I should be diamond or platinum, you know?
Yeah.
I think the rank system needs to be fixed. I think that there needs to be more balance overall among the cast, because, you know, the dive meta is still taking over. There's
Yeah, I mean,
always, like, the same
what
team
meta?
comp. The dive meta.
It's like when you use heroes that can go for leader point.
Like Reinhardt, Tracer.
No, Reinhardt's not that bad, dude.
Reinhardt
it's
is a
mostly
that
like
bad.
Tracer, Lucio, some shit like that.
Bro, I just want to say something. If you hack Doomfist as Sombra, Doomfist is
Okay, mother.
worthless.
If you hack Doomfist.
Yeah, he's
Well,
worthless.
obviously.
That's true for a lot of heroes.
But
Like, that's
I
how
just think that rank system needs to be fixed and balance patches, honestly. What about you, Sam?
What?
What about you? What would you change about Overwatch?
I would change like rank systems. I get it, but this is my first season, so I'm not really familiar with the rank system like you guys are. In my
Okay.
opinion, what I would change is people's attitude towards playing this goddamn game. Like every game I get into, if we lose the first, like if we don't get to point in 2 minutes, like goddamn, I'm throwing.
I've never experienced that, but
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
I experienced it a lot. Why do you think I keep playing? Why do you think I'm in goddamn bronze?
why do you think you only want to play deathmatch instead of actually playing quick play? I
Yeah.
hate quick play. Quick
I
play's
do
the worst
hate
mode.
quick play.
Quick
Quick
play
play's better
is
than
Overwatch. You can't say you like Overwatch if you don't like quick play. Or do you like comp?
I like the idea of Overwatch comp. I like the idea of any comp. I would.
No, do
I
you
would
like how Overwatch plays, like in a quick play game or a comp game?
Sure.
Do you
I
enjoy
like
the
it a lot.
mechanics?
I enjoy the mechanics a lot. Listen, I enjoy playing. I enjoy playing CS:GO Overwatch. CS:GO competitive over casual because I hate.
You don't like casual game modes?
No, I just don't like casual CS:GO because I think it's super disgusting.
Well, but casual Overwatch is fine. It's if you don't want to risk, if you want to play a nice fun game of Overwatch and you don't want to risk losing an elo. Or rank points, or however you fuck the term is.
What is it called?
That's right.
SR.
Sorry.
Skill rating. That's what it stands for.
Alright, what about you? I understand where you're coming from. So wait, but wouldn't it be better to say
I
wish
feel
they
like
would
Overwatch-
fix the
I feel like-
casual game mode? Or do you just don't like the casual game mode setting in any given situation?
I mean, I like playing competitive, like anything competitive. I'm a pretty competitive person.
I'm the opposite. Like, if I know I can win, I like competitive. But if I'm not confident
For
in
me,
my
I feel like
abilities,
Overwatch is doing great in their story. They have an amazing for each hero. What,
you're joking?
dude? This story for each hero is absolutely. I don't know how.
I like all the storylines that keep coming out. I'm pretty
me too.
find
I feel
those-
I
dude,
wish
dude.
that Overwatch had a campaign mode. That would be so
Dude, that would
sick.
be, that's yeah.
No, they have a campaign mode, but it changes like every day. But like I
No,
wish
it
they
does
had a
not have a
permanent.
campaign mode.
No, they have a campaign mode, but it's an arcade, but it changes daily. Like one day there's a campaign, the next day there's a. I wish
What
they
do you
have
mean there's a
permanent-
campaign, like Junkenstein's Revenge?
Yeah, that's a campaign.
No, it's not.
No, it's an event game mode, but I understand what he means. You understand what he means, right?
I do.
Yo, I just want there to be a permanent game mode where I can just like get into a game with like 3 people, like 3 of my friends, or like 4 of my friends, and we can just fight like hard or not hard. Like I find.
But there is that game mode. Oh my gosh, Andrew.
Bro, the Junkers
We have
are
not
best.
introduced Sam to like the glory of custom games.
Yeah. I know.
Like Anna Paintball, just.
Dude,
No, I've already played those.
I've showed it now.
I've already played those a lot.
We haven't played it with him enough. We'll play it with you later, okay, Sam? Like after the podcast.
I've been
we'll-
playing like what's it called?
We'll do some
I
custom
played-
games after the podcast, okay, Sam?
Yeah, sure. Isn't there like
Okay,
workshop
but what
now?
would you? I don't know. What would you change, Striker?
Oh, for me, I feel like just how do I say it? Like definitely some broken heroes would be nice. Like if they can just mildly
You want
adjust-
broken heroes?
No, I said like can they fix them? Like some heroes are good. Like fucking Winston is good for capturing. Well, not always. He's good for his making.
I don't.
people-
Winston's like B tier.
I feel
A
like,
tier.
and then some other heroes. Like, I feel like they help.
They jeopardize. I know what you mean. They like jeopardize the meta. Like they dictate the entire meta.
Yeah, and I think everything else is actually
like, a
you know,
character's-
and also and obviously the placement masters because those things are fucking
Like
stupid.
how good a character is isn't judged based how good like their abilities are. It's
Yeah,
how
like,
based on how good
It's
they
depending on
work in the
skilled-
current meta.
How skilled
Based
the
on
player is.
how
and then, I feel
good-
like, and then for the next thing,
No, I
definitely
like
the
it if
placement.
it's based on how like skill cap. I like
Just-
heroes being good off skill cap. I don't like heroes jeopardizing the meta. I wish every character would be all the same.
I wish
Honestly,
every character was.
I obviously wish they would fix the placement meta. I'm sorry, placements. But anyway, other than that, I feel like they have a great story for each hero, and like everything is like on point. Like mechanics are kind of
Goddamn
The thing with Overwatch is you're gonna end up playing when you first
I
discover the game.
personally don't like.
When you
the-
first
I
discover the
personally
game,
don't
you're
like stomach-
fuck off. When you first discover, when you first
I
discover the
personally- I
game,
pers-
let me talk.
Sorry.
When you first discover the game, you're gonna be playing a lot of Overwatch, and then you're gonna be like, you're gonna have a rough game, and you're gonna be like, fuck this game. This game sucks. And
Yeah.
you're gonna be
I
like, oh,
personally-
I hate this
Oh,
game.
get
And then
to
you're
it.
gonna
I
come back
personally
because it's a
don't.
fun game.
I personally don't like stomach mechanics though in first-person shooters. That's just my opinion. If they could take that out, I would.
You don't like
really-
what?
Stun mechanics, like
Stun?
flashbang.
Oh,
great-
stun. Mm-hmm.
Like, cause those can be really fucking. If your ultimate is Reaper, you can cancel out your ult, and it's so annoying. You
Sorry,
can,
Reinhardt ran away from me while I was trying to get over.
And you're like,
Listen,
shoo!
they can just like easily cancel you out. Like if you're popping your ult as Reaper, he has a flashbang, he just uses it and you hate your ult. So I mean, if they, you know, like that'd just be nice if they could fix some like stuns, like, okay, or make them like less time, or like maybe not cancel ult completely. I don't know. Something like that.
Okay, next question. What would you change about CSGO? I have an easy answer for this one. Make it more accessible to new players.
What do you mean? It's so accessible to new players. It's free. It's on Steam.
It's not that, it's the gameplay. The gameplay, there's no like easy tutorial, there's no like mode you can play over and over
There
again to
is.
get better. There's not
There
a
is.
Casual is full of hackers and sweat lords that don't want to lose elo. Honestly, casual CSGO is awful. CSGO in general, fun game. I enjoy the mechanics. But if you don't have a friend to guide you, then and you're just trying to get better at the game yourself, it's really just not easy. And if you're not determined enough, you're gonna give up.
Okay, look. The thing is, Andrew has the most hours in CS:GO, I think.
No, but I don't
Right?
play it anymore. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't play it as much anymore, but you had the most. You have the most hours.
Yeah.
The thing is that. The thing with CS:GO is that it's pretty mixed, because there are a lot of tutorials you can do. There are custom games you can do to teach your friends about workshops. No, to teach your friends about wall bangs and stuff like that. Because not a lot of games have the wall bang thing implemented.
Well, I'm
So,
obviously
like-
on Fortnite because Fortnite's based on fucking buildings, so I mean.
I know what you mean. It's like, do you think CSGO is accessible for new players? Like it's easy to learn?
Yeah, I think that a lot.
I hard disagree, but I know I don't understand where you're coming from, frankly, but I respect your opinion.
Oh my god, Torb is disgusting.
I guess like you're someone that has had, you know, Jivko play CS:GO. You had people like kind of guide you into it, but like
Oh yeah, my cousin is a goddamn global elite. He taught me everything.
yeah, exactly. So you had kind of a leading influence. But like if someone, you understand what I mean, but like if someone does not have a leading influence, it can be hard.
Yeah.
Whereas like in Overwatch, you just choose a hero, play quick play, and you're like, oh fuck, this hero sucks. Let me play against some bots, or go into training mode, or go into like arcade, or go into custom.
Bro,
games.
I don't know how to play Hanzo at all.
Where in Fortnite, you're like, oh wow, I'm 11. This game
Fortnite's
is great.
so easy.
I'm
to learn.
11.
Bro, Fortnite is so easy to
I
learn.
know.
There are edit maps.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
I was,
That's
I'm
why so
saying,
many little kids
that's
play
what I
it, bro.
said. That's why so many little kids play Fortnite as opposed to like CSGO.
CSGO.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is like falling from grace, honestly. But we're not talking
It
about
was a
that.
good game.
All right, what would you change about CS:GO, Sam?
Honestly, what I would change is the thing about CSGO is that they're garbage at updates. Like
Garbage at
they
updates.
like they have a testing area for all their updates, but they do not use their testing
No, thank
area.
you, Mom. I'm
They
on a
just implement
podcast.
it, and then 4 weeks later, 3 weeks later, they change it. Like they're when I was like
What do you
there
mean by
used
that?
to be this
Like, do you mean like they go back
I
on
have
updates, or
updates.
they don't update often enough?
No, they do updates, but it's just that they don't use their testing client. They just implement the updates without testing them.
So there are
That's
a
what
lot
it
of
feels like.
bugs and like, yeah.
There's a
I
lot
can
of
see that.
bugs. There's a lot of like unbalanced. Like I played during AUG week, which is probably the worst week ever. Andrew, do you know what AUG week is?
No.
It was when the AUG got so busted that it could one-tap headshot. From
it
any
can-
distance.
It still can one top shot.
Well, it can do that, but the fire speed was like this. You didn't get slowed down when you used the scope. It was like using a scout, but as an AUG.
Oh wow.
I don't know
It
what
was
you're talking
so
about,
literally everybody would run AUGs.
It's dumb.
but all right.
It was dummy thick.
Striker. What would you change about CS:GO? And if you don't mind me asking, why did you stop? playing?
Honestly, I feel like utilities like grenades and smoke bombs, they just take a lot of skill. But if you can like time them like perfectly and like where you should put them, like I think if they made like let's say they made smoke grenades like cheaper, you know, or like or they made
Smokes
smoke
are
grenades-
300.
or-
That's
I know,
pretty
I know,
cheap.
or I mean like or if they made them like easier to like fucking throw, or made it easier to like or make it easier to like it makes a bigger cloud or something like that. Smoke
Well,
grenade-
there's a lot of
Do
tutorials.
you feel like
for-
utilities aren't used enough, or
No, I feel like if utilities just aren't like respected. Kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but like utilities
Yeah,
are like.
utilities aren't very. I understand.
I don't?
Yeah, I feel like the utilities they can be used more. They're not really used that much in the ranks unless like you're a weirdo or some shit.
I use utilities unless I forget.
I mean, yeah,
like,
but I mean, you
usually.
don't know how to use them probably. That's the thing. So I'm saying like if you just if they changed like how you can use them or like.
Well, there's a lot of YouTube videos online.
Yeah, but you
and-
shouldn't.
no one's
You,
gonna fucking-
if you shouldn't have to go outside the game to learn about the game. You know what I mean? If you there in a perfect game, you should be able to learn all you need about how the game and meta works just by playing it.
Yeah, I like how on Overwatch like, you can see how heroes work by pressing like hero info, and you can see how like what this ability does and like how it works. That's kind of like I like Overwatch sometimes. Yeah.
All right.
Alright, can I say something
think-
real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so the thing about Overwatch is that I do a lot. I have like multiple Smurf accounts because I get a lot of 7-day bans, and
Overwatch.
no,
CS:GO.
on CS:GO, and I pretend to be a new player, and I like the community is actually not that toxic.
Obviously,
Like
CS:GO is the
they actually teach me about like smoke areas. They teach me names of places.
Yeah, but that's the
You can
community,
become a
not
better
the
player.
game itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can have.
Oh
Hey,
no, I
you know,
just think
we have 0 views.
that's nice. And we're gonna get 0 views on the video, so. Game the
What
moment.
do you know?
Half the subscribers on my channel are fucking people that got baited by some catfish's Instagram, and they're like 30-year-old men. No, seriously, there was a catfish account on Instagram with like 4,000 followers, and I knew she was a cat. My friend knew she was a catfish, so I DM'd her. I'm like, "Yo, shut out my YouTube channel, or else
Oh,
I'll
yeah, you
expose
told me this.
And
You
then I
gotta
doubled
talk-
in subscribers.
You should expose her anyway.
I did, but I doubled the amount of subscribers. And then it's like, okay, now half my subs are horny old men. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm gonna upload this podcast, and they're like, show us your tits. You know?
Nice.
So, that's a gamer moment. Okay, now the last question for today's episode. Give us questions you'd like to see in below if you're actually watching. And look at the last question is rate Fortnite, CS:GO, or rank Fortnite, Overwatch, and CS:GO from best to worst.
I'll start off actually.
Okay.
I think best to worst. So I think Overwatch. No, sorry. CS. Okay, fuck. This is actually kind of hard. I've lost the last Overwatch. I had the most hours in Overwatch. So I'm gonna put Overwatch as number 1. Fortnite, maybe CS:GO is number 2, and Fortnite is number 3. Because the reason why Fortnite is number 3 is because
I'm a dumbass.
Are you listening to what Andrew's saying?
I feel like
Ah,
in Fortnite you get discouraged because you try playing the game, you get fucking demolished by sweats, and you can't only get better unless you play with people on your skill level. That's when you have a competitive system, so you can actually gain skill based on like how you fit in kind of. And then I feel like in Overwatch, I just like Overwatch. I feel like Overwatch is
Because it's a biased opinion.
no, I know that's the whole.
All
thing.
opinions are biased. That's why they're called opinions,
No,
not
no,
facts.
And then Overwatch, I just like everything.
Facts.
I like Overwatch.
Facts! Overwatch is the best game of all time. Facts. Sombra's broken.
I feel like Overwatch is more like, how do I say it, mechanically.
Deprived.
No, it's more mechanically like,
Skilled.
No, it's
Fun.
mechanically built, so you can. It's like.
Yo, what are
there's
you
still-
talking about?
it's like-
Fortnite is mechanically built.
Yeah, obviously, bruh.
It's not first-person shooter though. What's next? Let me finish.
Oh,
We
Mr.
were
Mr.
joking.
Kurtz-
First-person shooter.
Mr. Kurtz winning crank is 90s for me today.
And then I think Fortnite would be coming in last. Oh, sorry. CS:GO comes in second because very close between CS:GO and Overwatch. Because CS:GO takes a lot of teamwork and a lot of dedication actually. Believe it or not, I feel like that CS:GO takes much more dedication than Overwatch and Fortnite combined because you can't. It's so hard to rank up in that game. I mean, yeah.
So if I were to rate up my ratings for how much I like them, would be different from best to worst.
I just got a complete fucking.
But I'm gonna do a mix of both. So number 1, I'm gonna say Overwatch. Because I enjoy the gameplay, I enjoy all the modes, I enjoy custom games, I enjoy pretty much everything about the game except for ranked, you know? I enjoy ranked, I just don't enjoy the ranking system. I like how Overwatch functions, I think it's got the potential to be a really great game if the community, or if the developers work together with the community. I just overall like how it feels, I like how it plays. Mechanically, it's very fun and interesting to keep getting better, you know?
I feel like
I
Fortnite
just really like it.
has-
And then,
I feel like. Sorry, continue.
and then second, I'm gonna say CS:GO. Honestly, I don't I'm not the biggest fan of CS:GO, but the fact that it holds up so well still, you know,
Yeah.
the fact that there are so many players that love it, the fact that it's mechanically good, it's fun, you know. I can see the appeal.
See, I think you
it's
review
like
on your stream
the
now. I
most.
think I should
Shut the
have-
fuck up! It's the most realistic. It's the most
I really
realistic
wanna
shooter.
check, but
Shut
I-
up! It's the most realistic shooter. It's the most like, kind of in depth. It makes you feel like you
You
are
actually-
the character. You know, there's so much unique, cool tech that you can do. There's so much.
In
like,
CS:GO, fucking, there's only like skirts fucking.
What are you talking about? No, in the what's it called? In the CS:GO.
there's some custom maps. There's parkour. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, there's surfing.
It's a good game
So
to
you
play
can
with
do this one.
friends. Oh no,
What'd you say,
CS:GO.
Andrew?
I don't think
You can do
CS:GO
it.
is a great game. I just think it's overall solid. You know what I mean?
I know you.
I think Fortnite has the highest highs, but it also has the lowest lows.
Nah, goddamn, Fortnite is autistic. Like nobody.
Fortnite
can
has
say
the highest highs. Season 4 Fortnite was better than Overwatch or CS:GO in my opinion. But like
No, Fortnite is really autistic in my opinion.
current
Like,
Fortnite is the worst. Like no, I think Fortnite is the worst even if you consider Season 4 just because of how low the lows are. Like even
No,
though there
I
are
just
how
think
highs
that-
the highs are, I just think the way the lows are so bad that it kind of outweighs the game. Like in my
we don't have a
opinion,
fucking goalie.
in my opinion, the ranking is Overwatch, CS:GO, Fortnite.
There's no goalie. Sorry.
In my opinion, the rankings are Overwatch, CS:GO, Fortnite. But in your opinion, it might be different. It's probably CS:GO, Overwatch,
Nah,
Fortnite.
I just want to say that Fortnite is so autistic. They're like the way Fortnite works is like, okay, guys, let's make the community happy. When Apex came out, Fortnite was the best game ever when Apex came out.
No.
Like no,
You
no, no.
literally switched to Apex. What do
Sorry,
you?
sorry. No, it's not the best game ever, but it was in a really high state. And then they just like made the game go downhill from there. Like
No. I think that it's been going downhill ever since.
no, it's been going downhill ever since like goddamn Fortnite. Fortnite stopped listening to. This is how Fortnite works. They listen to their community for a little, then they stop listening, then they start listening again. Like the way Fortnite works is so weird, and I just don't understand it.
No, they listen to the community. They just don't take action on it. They're like, oh,
don't
we
take
know
action.
that. We know all of you want siphon settings back, but we're retards and we don't want to give it to you. You know what I mean?
And they took out the most, like the goddamn pump. Are you joking? The gun that everybody uses and that everybody knows they have to use and have to have in their inventory to actually play the goddamn game.
Yeah. I know.
Are you playing? Wait, is that you on the controller?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
I just feel like Fortnite just is super autistic sometimes.
I just feel like I don't know. All
Can we
good-
get your rankings? Sam, can we get your rankings?
Oh, rankings? Probably Overwatch right
Same.
now. No, for me it's really biased because I'm still new to Overwatch and I still see it as a super fun game. I would say Overwatch, CS:GO, and then Fortnite at the bottom. I really don't enjoy playing Fortnite that much.
Yeah. I
Why are you
get.
so good at it?
I enjoy playing creative Fortnite. I enjoy Fortnite. It's
He
just
was emoting. Sorry, he was emoting. They just scored on us.
I like
We
where
should
the
start
game.
wrapping this
I'm gonna
podcast up.
say something. I like the combat shotgun is so fun. That 6-kill game earlier that I had was such a fun game. That was like one of the most fun
This
games.
is what
I've...
Rios moments. Vince's always like, oh yeah, he did this one good play. He's like, oh, I love this gun. You know, it's like that's something I noticed.
No. It's like the game we had earlier where we won was like one of the best games, honest to God, of Fortnite I've had.
In a
But
long
then
time.
if I'm trying to play like comp, all the games suck ass because everyone's boxing and using ballers and everyone's
Well, ballers aren't in meta anymore. Schwan said
Everyone's-
that.
Kind of are actually.
everyone's trying.
No, they aren't. 150 health. They can easily be shot by a heavy sniper. Meta right now are shadow bombs.
I don't know, man.
All right, whatever you say, man. I trust you, but all right. This was fun. That was the last question, or at least let me check if that was the last question.
That was That was.
Yeah, it was. All right. Thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully we'll see you same time next week for the next episode of Break It Down podcast.
Are we doing it every Tuesday?
I don't know, whatever time works. Bye,
All right,
gamers.
peace out, guys. Well.